So about a month ago, I had the idea to do this to my garage door. Now, the very first part of any process is seeing it in your head. So I actively took some time out to stare into empty space and just allow my brain a little bit of space to think of what I really wanted this door to look like. I actually do this with everything. I block out time to visualize clearly in my head, and that's where most of the hard work's done, because I know that once I see it clearly in my head, either I've got the skill set to make it happen or I'll get someone in who has. In this case, I took it as far as I could by completing the artwork on Photoshop, and then I had to hand it over to the professionals because I've got no experience when it comes to installing posters. But after today, don't sleep on me, because you know what I'm like. Man's a sponge. I will absorb that
4 to 6 weeks later.
Today's a massive one, guys. I'm super excited. Today, we are going to convert this whole garage door into the most amazing, inspirational poster, which I've created the artwork for. Got the pros in. These are the guys from Cornish Signs. They're unbelievable at what they do, and they are going to be converting this garage door into an absolute specimen of a spectacle today. So don't go anywhere, because this is going to be unbelievable. Don't go anywhere. What is this, and what are we doing today?
So this is a polymeric vinyl.
Polymeric vinyl.
Which is digital printed.
It looks quite, you can
with
see
a matte laminate on the front.
This is no cheap stuff. This is the real deal. And this, is it like a peel off sticky?
Self-adhesive. So you have adhesive to the back.
Yeah.
Which is going onto the garage door.
Yeah. And that's how you literally just stick it on, but I mean that makes it sound easy.
That's what it is, sticking it on.
And what we got here is, I'm guessing you're treating the garage door with some sort of...
Clean it up, get it free from any contaminants.
What are you trying to say about my garage door? Trying to say it's contaminated? So, step one, clean the surface. That's how you get the best stick. Obviously, you don't want to put a massive poster on the door and then have it peeling off or falling off down the line. Step two is going to be...
Applying the vinyl.
Applying the vinyl. Okay, so here we go. So this is the first strip. There we go. The sticky back coming off. So as you can see, we're just doing nothing at the moment.
You say it's...
We've got an inch over, half inch either end over.
Alright, we'll do that in.
So you go slightly over, because you can always trim off, but you can't add on. So just nicking it over the edge.
Yeah, out of the way.
Getting a lovely natural bevel from the texture of the garage door. So it looks even better once it's on. There's something satisfying about watching that get stuck down. I never knew that was the technique. So you just start with a bit and slide it through underneath, work your way down. Keeping it perfectly straight, is that just experience?
Yeah.
Judging it by eye?
Yeah.
Two of you keeping an eye on it?
Just knowing the material you're working with, the properties it's got, and what you can and can't do with it.
Yeah.
As easy as it looks, I'm going to let you do the next one.
No chance. I'll definitely mess it up. Well, you guys have been doing this a long time, right?
Yeah.
How many years have you been doing this?
I started in 1987, so...
Wow, that's
far too long. Yeah.
That's experience though, that's what I like.
Yeah.
These guys are incredible at what they do. Wait till you see the next strip go on. Here we go, final part of the top strip. Just getting finished off. Amazing. And there you go, you can see the guys have measured it so well that, just like we wanted, we've got a little nick over the edge, which will get trimmed off at the very end.
I was feeling the pressure.
The guys are laughing. They're laughing because I put people under pressure by just sticking a camera on them just when they're working. This is really hard. What the guys have just done there, what we've just seen them do, is incredibly difficult. Now, under normal circumstances, you'd put a split in so that you don't have to do one strip all the way across, because keeping that's like 5 meters, keeping that in line all the way across, it's really difficult. But the guys have pulled it off, and we've gone for a matte finish so that there's minimal shine. And this is how the guys cut around the bracket. Obviously this is you have to be really careful with this because you don't get a redo, do you?
No.
No redos.
No rewind.
So you can't just edit undo. You have to get it right first time. But these guys are pros. They don't miss, do you?
No.
No,
Never. Never.
You don't miss. Here we go. Second strip. Here we go. You know the process by now. Peel off the back strip. Look at the lining up, literally picture perfect. Unreal accuracy, guys. Even the little bit of the elbow just peeking through over that panel. Insanely accurate, guys, honestly. Definitely got all the spellings right, didn't we?
I went off your file, so I can only pass the buck.
Imagine that, done all of this and one of them spelt wrong. So that's it, guys. That is the garage door complete, and I could not be happier with it. Honestly, I can't stop looking at it. It's just spectacular, and it's genuinely amazing to see something go from in my mind to on my computer to on my garage door, and literally the vision has become a reality, and it's incredible to see. I'm so gassed by it, man. Let's run through why each of these 9 guys have made it onto my, we'll call it the GOAT door, really. It's the GOAT garage door because these are all elite performers. They are all elite in their field. They're all the best at what they do, and they all have the same elite mindset, and it inspires me, it motivates me. I look up to each and every one of these guys for different reasons and in different ways. So I'm going to run through in a bit more detail why each of these men has made it onto my GOAT garage door. So first up, Roger Federer. Roger Federer has inspired me for years, and one of the biggest things that inspires me is his longevity. He has won 20 Grand Slams. He's winning things far beyond the age where he should be, really. The young guys coming through should be smoking him, but they can't because of his mindset, because of his application, his dedication. He's a beast, he's a straight up beast. And his longevity is the outcome of his rituals, which will be his daily practices that lead to his outcomes, which are Grand Slams and titles. So, Roger Federer, one of my biggest inspirations. Next up, Cristiano Ronaldo. I mean, take your pick. This guy inspires me in so many different ways. But the main one that I want to focus on is his dedication. I believe Cristiano Ronaldo is the most dedicated footballer in history. And I think that shows in his outcomes. Again, at his age, he's got I think his body was recorded as having the body of a 25-year-old. That's through his dedication, his lifestyle, his diet, his sacrifices. He is a true inspiration to any aspiring footballer, and not just footballers, just anyone who wants to be dedicated to anything. Look at Cristiano, look how he does it. His dedication is unmatched. Conor McGregor, this guy is on the wall because of his style. Now, in this life, it's not just what you do, it's how you do it. And nobody does things with more style than Conor McGregor. The way he speaks, the way he walks, which is why he can even slightly fall short of being the very best, and he's still got the highest market value because his swagger and his style and the how he does things is unmatched. That's why Conor McGregor makes it onto my wall. As well as being the first ever champ in the UFC. I mean, it's not like this guy is not absolutely elite at what he does as well, but his swagger and his style is what I find particularly inspirational about Conor McGregor. Michael Jordan. This guy is one of my biggest inspirations because he was a straight up winner. This guy was a killer. He was obsessed with winning, and he would stop at nothing. He would do whatever it took to win. And he set standards, and he raised the bar in his field. He set new standards in basketball, and he goes down as one of, if not the greatest basketball player of all time, because of his mindset to be a straight up winner. Muhammad Ali. Now, again, these guys on this wall, they all have so many traits in common. The elite mindset, the winner's mentality, ignoring the naysayers. They all had haters, and all of them completely committed, absolutely committed to being the best that they can be. And I take so much inspiration from that. Muhammad Ali, he's on the wall for all of those reasons, but the one thing that stands out to me in particular is his chin. It was a joke, it was ridiculous. The punches that this man took, and I don't hear it spoken about enough, to be honest. Yes, he was a wonderful boxer, one of the greatest, if not the greatest of all time. Yes, he did things with style, just like Conor. But his chin, the punches that he took, is inspirational to me because life, you guys will know, life comes at you with punches. And you either roll with the punches and you take them, or you let them defeat you. This man, he had an unbelievable chin and took so many punches and kept standing and kept fighting, and I find that unbelievably inspirational. Next up, Usain Bolt. This guy, again, set standards. He's on the wall because he set standards. He did something that had never been done in history, and a lot of people would have probably said, it can't be done. Look at the #1 biggest statement on this door, is impossible is nothing. He operated by that standard. That's actually a Muhammad Ali quote. For anyone wondering, where's Muhammad Ali's quote? There it is. That's a Muhammad Ali quote. Usain Bolt, he set standards, he raised the bar, and he did something that's never been done in history. He didn't care that it hasn't been done before. To him, impossible was nothing. Dwayne Johnson, this guy's on the wall because of his work ethic and his versatility. Look at this man's life, look at his legacy, look at his career, look at what he does, look at what he does well. Acting, wrestling, comedy, social media. He's one of the most followed men in the world. And not to mention his dedication and application in the gym. I mean, the guy is an absolute specimen, and that's the product of his unbelievable work ethic, which is exactly why he makes it onto my wall, for his work ethic and his versatility. A lot of people have said to him, stay in your lane. You're this, you're that, you're a wrestler. Why are you trying to act? You can't act. You do one thing in this life, and if you do that well, then that's you. That defines you until you die. No, this guy, he's done so many different things and done them well. And that's why he's one of my biggest inspirations, because those of you guys that follow me on different platforms will see that I'm very similar in many ways. I like music, I like football, I like doing comedy stuff, I like doing little acting bits, I like putting smiles on people's faces. There are so many things that I like to do, and people have tried to say to me, stay in your lane, stay in your lane. No, the greats ignore that sort of toxic energy, and for anyone watching, if anybody tells you to stay in your lane, cut that person out. That's toxic. That is toxic right there. You do what you want to do. You get one life. You don't get a redo. This is not a rehearsal. This is a recital, and you got to get it right. And you only get one. You don't get any do-overs. You only get one chance. You only get one life. So if there's something you want to do, you do it. And if it's different to what you've been doing so far in your life, still do it. Because, like I said, one day you're going to look back, and trust me, you don't want to look back and wonder, what if I'd just done that? Those people saying to you, stay in your lane, where will they be? Forget them. Elon Musk, now this guy's probably the least, well, not probably, definitely the least athletic guy, but his mind, he's a forward thinker. Thinks outside the box. He doesn't care that things haven't been done before, or that people might, again, it comes down to impossible is nothing. Same ethos. And look at his legacy, look at what he's done already with his life. He's doing things that are just so ahead of the game. And that's what I find particularly inspiring about Elon Musk. And finally, Lionel Messi. For me, Lionel Messi is the most gifted footballer who has ever graced the beautiful game. But talent without hard work equates to nothing. I have never heard anybody say Lionel Messi is hardworking. I haven't heard it. And I don't know why, because let me tell you this now for a fact. There is no way you achieve what Lionel Messi has achieved in his career so far without being hardworking. Everybody's so quick to say he's so talented, he's so gifted. Yes, he is. But trust me, this man has to work extremely hard, because if he didn't, he wouldn't get the outcomes that he gets. So that's the run through, guys. Those are 9 of my biggest inspirations, and those are the reasons why I have chosen to put them on my garage door. And the quotes are all quotes from each of the individuals. They've all got lots of quotes, but I went through and took my time to pick out quotes that were my favorites of theirs, basically. So let's run through them.
Roger Federer, there's no way around the hard work. Embrace it. So true.
Cristiano, your love makes me strong, your hate makes me unstoppable. This guy has had a lot of hate in his career. He's had a lot of people trying to say he's arrogant. He's had a lot of people saying he's got no end product. Loads of people so quick to criticize this man and his game, and so many things about him and his life. Your love makes me strong, your hate makes me unstoppable. He gets a lot more love now, but look back in his earlier days, this guy used to get so much hate. Brushed it off. Conor McGregor. I never lose, I win or I learn. That is the mentality right there. Because in life, we're all gonna take L's from time to time, but if you've got that mentality, you will never lose. You win or you learn. Michael Jordan. Some want it to happen, some wish for it to happen, others make it happen. Facts. You can see this man, he made it happen. He was a doer. He wanted to win, and more often than not, he made that happen and he got his wins. Don't be one of those people that wants something to happen but doesn't take action, or wishes for something to happen but only talks about it. Make it happen. Muhammad Ali, impossible is
nothing. Anything that falls within the laws of physics is possible in some way. You might need to be creative in how you get it done. For example, oh, it's not possible to jump to the moon. No, but you could build a rocket to get there. Sometimes you need to get creative to get the outcome that you're looking for. But that's the mindset. Impossible is nothing. Usain Bolt, I don't think limits. The evidence is there. That's why he broke the limit that we thought was the human limit of how fast you can run 100 meters. Obviously, a genetic specimen, gifted beyond gifted, but his mindset was, I don't think limits. And that's why he was able to run 100 meters as fast as he did, and 200 meters. Don't forget the 200. Dwayne Johnson, be humble, be hungry, and always be the hardest worker in any room. This guy lives by that ethos, and it shows. He's up at 4 in the morning, doing workouts, ahead of the curve, ahead of the game, ahead of his competition. By the time most people wake up, this guy, he's already well into his day, and he's smashed out so much productivity, he's ahead. The array of things that this man has managed to achieve, while also having the time to be in elite shape, is super impressive, and that's why he is such a hard worker, and that should inspire all of us. Elon Musk. When Henry Ford made cheap, reliable cars, people said, nah, what's wrong with a horse? That was a huge bet he made, and it worked. Now what that means is, in this life, you must take calculated risks. You must speculate to accumulate. At some point, if you want to win big, you're going to have to take a risk. And he's talking about Henry Ford doing just that. He made a huge bet. He backed himself. He had a gut feeling that something was going to work. Naysayers said a horse is fine. This guy thought outside of the box. And now, who rides a horse to work? And finally, Lionel Messi. It took me 17 years and 114 days to become an overnight success. It's very easy to look at the outcomes of anyone successful and to forget the process. And when he made this statement, he was highlighting how he has worked his whole life, pretty much, to get to where he is today. And it doesn't just happen overnight. So to be patient, to be consistent, and not give up on your dreams, because it might take years, but if you keep at it, you'll get your rewards. Now, I took some time to really think, what do I want on this garage door? At one point I was going to just get mirrors to make the room look bigger, but I thought, no, I can do better than that. And then it came to me, I want to create something that I cannot physically look at without being inspired, without feeling motivated, without being uplifted and elevated, and without leveling up. So every day when I come into this garage, I'm surrounded by greatness. I've got my favorite quotes from the greats to look at and have them imprinted into my psyche, and they all have the same mentality, and there's nothing stopping any one of us from having that exact same mindset. And if you've got the mindset, that's half the battle. You're halfway there to achieving greatness, just like each and every one of these men on this wall. So guys, that's it for this video. I hope that it's inspired you. I hope it's motivated you. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's been entertaining to watch as well. If you're not subscribed already, make sure you subscribe. And this is a big one. Click the notification bell, because YouTube is pushing out my shorts to a lot of my subscribers, but not my longer form content. So if you enjoy the longer videos, there's a good chance that YouTube's not actually putting it onto your feed. So the way to remedy that is to just turn on your notifications, and then you won't miss any of my uploads. Do that now, in fact, just so it's done. And that's it, guys. Thank you all so much for your love and support. I honestly appreciate it so much. I read every single comment, so comment down below. I will see it. I'll get back to as many as I can. And yeah, I'll keep creating. You guys keep enjoying. And as always, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.